Yo, what's going on, guys? So, uh, I got more things to do. Sorry, lost train of thought there. We're gonna be working on my Toyota next couple of videos, I think. The diesel's running great. I did have to do emergency hub replacements and emergency. Oh, I just replaced the rotors. I shouldn't say those an emergency, but hubs were, life or death situation. That's how bad they were. So. If you guys ever see that video, the lifted Chevy truck and the hub snaps in half, the wheel goes flying and then the car tumbles, and I hope everybody was okay after that. But that video got me thinking. I went to go check my hubs, and sure as heck, my driver one was knocking so bad, it was life or death. My family comes first. I wasn't even thinking about including you guys, so I do apologize about that. I can do a breakdown video if someone comments saying they want to see how it's done and know the torque specs and all that stuff. I can do that, but they're already installed. They're pretty bad. The driver's side, excuse me, sorry, it's pretty bad. But anyways, got this '95 Toyota 4runner. So we got some axles to replace. This axle down here is shot, and it's been sitting in the garage for a while for a couple of reasons. So this is one of the reasons, and I'm going to be doing the driver's side as well, but I'm going to break it down to you guys on how to do it. So I already got somewhat started. So I don't know where these bolts came from. Take your wheel off. I don't know. Some reason I want to say they're M8s 125s. I just found these in my spare bolt set. So you're going to have, these actually have, where are they at? Right here. So these actually have little cones, washers, or whatever you want to call them, that holds them in place. Those actually will go right in there, and then then you're gonna have a washer, and you're gonna have a nut. Every single one's gonna be the same way. So the only way to get that cone piece out is you have to run these bolts in. And then eventually, you can probably start seeing it do it now. See how it starts pulling it? It's so easy for me because it's already done. So, and then you're gonna have to take this washer off, this bolt. This is easy money. This is a 10 mil. Your lug nuts, I don't even know what they were. Mine were 7/8, I guess. That's what I have down here. 10 mil. And these are 10 mils. These are 10 mils. So that comes off. Set that aside. And this is, so you have, you see this is your wheel bearing. So you have actually a bearing in there if you guys are familiar or what they actually look like. So there's a bearing in there. It's called, I don't know the brain fart here. Preload your bearing, pretty much. I don't know. I know I'm wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But pretty much, you tighten that nut to a certain torque spec, and that torque spec makes it so it's not too tight. Because if it's too tight, your bearings are going to get so hot and melt. If it's too loose, the wheel will fall off. So you don't touch that, because then you got to redo it, retorque it, and all that jazz. So all you want to do, there's this flat washer right there that I'm moving, and there's this retaining ring, and that's it. And then, oh jeez, I had to go get my flashlight, but you can see it right there. I believe there's 6 of those. There's 1, 2, 3. I want to say there's 6. Those should be 15s. Let me check right now. Sorry guys, my neighbor's shoveling rock. Those are not 15s. Oh, okay, I'll let you guys know that in a second. But undo that, and this axle will drop, and it's going to go out through that cavity. So I'll show you guys that in a second. Alright guys, I found the trick. It took me a minute. There's nuts on the back of these things. on these studs. The only way to make the CV axle not spin, pretty much, when you're trying to take it out, is just put an 18 mil end wrench on the back side on the nut. Oh, what the hell? That's embarrassing. Hang on. Time out, guys. There we go. Yes, so you just put an 18 mil end wrench on the back side of the axle. Those should stay there. I believe they're studs built into the axle, and then you should get a nut. So you just put your hand there, turn it down. It's a perfect spot on the back side of that axle, by the way. Or sorry, frame. I would love to use my impact, but I decided to die. Funny story behind these axles. These are the first axles I installed. With my dad and my grandpa. I think going on about 11 years. I mean, how old? 12 years, maybe. Where'd you go? There's no nut in there. That's it's a little odd, huh? Yeah, that's off. Okay. Anyways, going on about 12 years, I believe. 11 and a half, maybe 12 years. And a couple of my friends, if they follow me, would remember that I bought this truck. 6 days later, I ran into Pontiac Firebird, one of those nice ones. I can't remember what year it was. And well, instead of replacing axles, like we were supposed to, that's why the reason why we got this truck. So cheap. The price that my dad and I picked it up for was because of axles. They're snapped. Like they're so bad they're smacking the frame. It's pretty funny. My dad had to drive it 40 miles or so home. It's pretty bad. Pretty funny though. Looking at it now. And well, instead of replacing axles, motor storage, we rebuilt the whole entire front end of the motor. And then after we got it small and registered and all that fun stuff, then we decided to replace the axles, and it fought the living heck out of us. It's like this bolt. This bolt does not want to release from the threads. So yeah, so and then about I don't know 3 years later, so a few years passed. More of the story is me and my brother-in-law were having a few drinks and some adult beverages out in the middle of the desert. And there's this hill that is known for something. I forget what it's called. Well, me and my friend at the time, I'm sorry guys, I'm losing concentration. The first two went so easy. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Well, anyways, we went up that hill after we'd been drinking a couple of adult drinks, and that's how this axle snapped. I jumped it a few inches, maybe a couple feet. I don't know, because I was in the driver's seat. Can across my face. That's all I remember. Everyone was safe though. So, anyways, this is how you're doing it. You kind of can see this is the perfect spot. So you want to get your hand in here, turn the axle manually, get your box in 18 mil, and there's this little spot right here in the frame. That's gonna go right in there, and then that will hold it. And then you should be able to put your in wrench on, and that way. If not, you need two people. So let me get this. I'll bring you guys back out before I remove it, so you guys can see how I take it out of the body. All right, my friends, got all of them out. So let's have you guys watch me struggle. How about that? Let's see if I can put you up on this tire. I'll show you guys. There we go. So let's see what happens. Out of nowhere, huh? Yeah, help. Hey, thank you. Hey, I'll be in a minute. Help me out. What? Okay, thank you. Got it out. Yeah, buddies. Jack that up.
hard when I did it 12 years ago. I remember being a pain in the ass, but not this big. What do I need to do? It's off the flange, it just needs to get past the bolt. No, don't pop the back cap off because, you know, grease literally everywhere. Just won't come out. It's stuck now. It's like a free shot, just stuck.
What's up, man? Yeah, how are you? Here. Guys, that was real live. No other YouTuber on YouTube has this going real pace. I am not going to edit it. You saw how hard that was. That was a pain. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to clean this all up. And you guys are going to watch me struggle, put the new one in. Alright. It's going to be cleaned up as best as it could. So you got your new one. It's literally the same. It's just not broken. So you got your splines, get that. So if I remember correctly, these splines go in your hub first, and then you can force that maneuver on. But to this cap, it's very important. You do not break it at all. That holds literally all the good stuff in, all your grease. So you can see that's what it looks like without a cap, because mine was destroyed. So just be careful. Let's watch me put this thing on. This is gonna be a very long video, guys. Real life, real time struggle right here.
that. Try jacking suspension up so it's almost even. I'm gonna go a little more. What a pain that was. There it is. Thank you.
real life, we're at an hour right now. And the only thing I've cut it is just taking out the bolts, so you guys didn't have to see that boring part. Removing that and putting it in, it's not as easy as the rest of these YouTubers make it, man. Yes? Okay, I'll be here in a minute. Sorry, my kids. They're great kids. So, anyways, we got it in. As you saw, it's a pain. If you have a jack that can raise this thing eat the control. I mean, look at the way my truck is sitting, guys. Like, this thing is full rock crowd mode. Like, that was the only way to get it in. That way, and turning the wheel towards the driver's side to get it in, passenger side to get it out, because it was hitting the shock. Holy guacamole. So now we just got to put those bolts on, those 6 nuts, put this on, the washer, the lock ring, and then the nut on. This axle is done, boys. So thank you for sticking it out this long. I mean, this is one of my longest videos, but it's only going to inform certain people. I mean, I might make it go a little quicker on the installing and putting it on, but you watch the rest of these guys, no offense to any of them, they have great videos, but all they do is kind of explain, and then they tell you it's not as hard as it looks. Well, this is my second time doing it, and it's as hard, if not harder, than it looks. And last time I did this, I had my grandpa and my dad doing this with me, like, and it took us all day to do 2 of them. I just did this one in an hour. So whoever's gonna tell you it's not as hard as it looks, if they got a lift and the proper tools, it's as hard as it looks. So we're gonna get these on, tighten those down, and I'll bring you guys back for the final little stuff. Alright, those are tight. It took me about 10 minutes. You know, I thought it was an 18, and I was telling you guys an 18 this whole time. The nut and the stud is both 17s. So I just had so much crap. It actually just caked up, so they're 17s. Straighten the wheel back out. Eventually turn the key off. This does run. Before I actually got making any YouTube videos, I actually told apart this whole thing. If you guys are interested in upgrades of this, let me know. There's some things missing. Alright, so 6 bolts are nice and tight. So now we got this. It's just keyed. You can only let it go on multiple ways, but you can't if it doesn't don't force it on. It should just glide. Yep. Right. Thank you, babe. And you're pushing that on, all right? Like that. I mean, you saw me do that with it. Just one hand. So a 10 mil. There she is. That's all she wrote, guys. And like I said, real time, man. I mean, if I do edit this video, I will not lie about how long this damn thing took. I swear to God, some of those YouTubers do to make it, you know, sound easier than it actually is. I'm so all over the place. It's not even a 10, I'm sorry. It's not an 11, it's most likely a 12. I had my friend come over to replace his radiator, and ever since then, what's it called? I've been all over the place. It's not his fault. This thing's just hand tight, so I'm just gonna hold the shaft and just get this thing a nice little like that, but you can see the shaft is spinning. And it sounds good, no binding. That's good. So let me tighten this up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I just held it with my hand and gave it a nice little, probably 1/8 of a turn. So now this goes on. So it's only going to go in one way. Goes like that. What the hell? What's blocking this damn thing? Oh, I'm sorry. This does not go here yet. Hang on. I see I'm getting locked up and tired. I've been up for a while today. It's Friday. Just got off work when I started this. So take the gold nut off. Hang on. The shaft's going in, so I gotta pull it out and get this lined up. 1 second. So you guys can see if you guys can get me on this. These will show your hook doesn't fall off. And it goes flat washer, nut, cone. Oh, Jesus. You know, I know this is only going to benefit a few people. I love every single one of your guys' subscribers, but you guys can all, I don't say this very often, like and subscribe and share this to someone, you know, an off-road enthusiast. I do have big plans for this truck. I've had it for 12 years. Once I had kids, it kind of went on the back burner, but the plan is to make this thing a crazy crawler, great axle, you know, all that 9 yards. But build it and show you guys the process, because I think that would be really cool, you know. It just, you know, now I basically told my wife we had a yard sale, someone offered to buy it. She told me no, I'm never going to sell this thing. It's either fix it or have it sit. So, what do you think I'm doing? I already fixed the motor, like I said, and I was actually planning on selling it. And the only way to sell something is to, obviously, want to sell it right on that. Well, you can, but you know, I wasn't going to not get my money for it. I mean, I know how much I bought this. My dad is the only other person that knows how much I bought this for. He's a part of it. He actually still on the title. That's it, guys. I do not know the specs of torque, but I can tell you when I took this thing apart, it wasn't any tighter than that, man. I did this 12 years ago, and it's been fine. So just go around and just snug it up. So like I said, guys, that's just how you do the axle swap on this one. Key pointers, have a jack it up from the ball joint so it's even with the straight with the floor. It doesn't have any, the lower arm doesn't have any more pitch to it. It's a lot easier, I felt like. And then you got to keep turning the wheel left or right until you find the right, you know, groove